guys.
Okay.
So I'm doing this live right now because I just don't have time to do one off stream. So I'm doing this live. So if you notice any stops or starters or shooty bangs, that's why. Anyway, I thought I'd give you my opinions on 1.13. The rain is beautiful, and I love it. The thunder shower, rain shower, whatever, is a beautiful mechanic. And I quite like it. Stupid dogs. Knuckle knife superior. Anyway, it's a great mechanic, and I like it a lot. I've long spoken about how I didn't think this was something that would ever come to Hunt at all. That they would need to do some quote-unquote voodoo magic f***ery to achieve it. But they have achieved it, and it's very beautiful. It's lovely. As for the other additions to 1.13 or 1.1.3, whatever it is, I do have thoughts and opinions, so I thought I'd share them with you now, because people want to know. And it's a lot easier for me to condense it into video form that I can link later on. So, first things first. First and foremost, other than the weather, the new medium ammo gun, the drilling, right here. Odd name, but other than that, the gun is pretty good, with 120 damage, 170 effective range, 530 muzzle velocity. The rest of the things aren't really super important. Those are the main stats that you need to care about. All in all, pretty good. 530 puts us in range of the sparks in terms of velocity. 120 is pretty good for damage. 170 headshot range is nice, but the main reason the gun is good is that it is a side-by-side rifle. Regardless of the fact it's medium, it allows you just to very quickly just go blap blap and shoot both barrels. Meaning that if you are able to chest shot someone twice in a row, even at 100 meters, they're dead. Which means, outside of the nitro rifle, the drilling is the fastest time to kill rifle, assuming body shots, in the game. As the nitro will one-shot you. The Mosin doesn't fire as fast as the drilling. No other rifle does. Outside of, say, levering on a windfield or something, the drilling can just go blap blap and kill you. Very quick, very good, very effective. It is difficult to do because of the massive recoil, but actually quite possible to do. Also, the fastest time to kill in terms of, outside of the nitro again, fastest time to kill also at range. The windfield can probably do it quicker, again, with levering, but outside of levering, no. At 100 meters, you can see someone at that rock and go clap clap, and they're dead. They're just dead, and that is a beautiful, beautiful thing, and I like that. The gun is pricey at 510, so it's expensive. And I heard a lot of complaints about the price. I understand that people don't like that it is 510, which is more expensive than a Mosin. Also, for the purpose of recording videos, this light drizzle is beautiful, and it really adds to it as I'm recording, as I'm about to walk towards danger. 510 is expensive. A Mosin is 490, I think, off the top of my head. And a more expensive medium ammo gun than a Mosin? Yeah, I get it. That's pricey. But this is why it's good. 1, the damage per shot, blap blap, is very good. So if you're very good with this gun, it is going to treat you very well. Number 2 is it also comes with 20 rounds of ammunition, which is a lot of ammunition, which is great. Feels a lot like a Sparks. Also, 3rd is that the muzzle velocity, also very similar to a Sparks. So if you're familiar with the Sparks, the drilling will feel right at home for you. Number 4 is that this gun has a full Romero underbarrel. The shotgun underbarrel of the drilling is similar to a Romero, which is what, 12 meters, I think? Which is fantastic. So you're not only getting the ability to two-tap someone at 100 meters with very, 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 very clear iron sights. Real good. Like that. If you don't like the post-op, that's fine too. But also the ability to Romero someone at 12 meters if they push you. That's very good. That's very, very good. The gun is all-round fantastic. Negatives? It's $510, which is pricey. But if money is something you don't care about, or if you have a lot of it, then you're going to be well served. Also, it does have a 5-second reload time, which is substantial, which is a long reload. But your ability to drop someone, and then if their friend pushes them, swap to the shotgun and just blap them is just mwah, so good. So moving on from the drilling, other things I like is the Dragon's Breath on the hand crossbow. I like it a lot. It's very good. Very effective. Better than a Hellfire, in my opinion. As a Hellfire bomb, there's time to react. You hear it, you hear the fuse light, you know it's coming. It's a real pain. Please excuse me, I need to go forth and die. 1 second.
Crud.
Okay, I came in a bit late
He
there.
was busy shooting me.
Where are these boys?
Oh wait, what was it?
Behind that mound.
This mound here? I'm probably dying. Gonna die here.
The one we're on. Yeah.
Did you kill any?
Um,
That's a no.
yes, but we really don't know how many are left at this point.
Sure.
Ah, good.
Oh, that's a slug. German slug. Anyway, as I was. So, now that I'm dead, as we were, let's continue. The Dragon's Breath hand crossbow feels really, really good, and I really, really like it. It's very good. It's, in my opinion, better than a Hellfire bomb. Because with Hellfire, you have time to react. You have time to know that it's coming. You hear the fuse ignite. You know where it's going to be thrown. Yeah, the radius is powerful, and the explosion and the burn is fantastic, but you have time to react to it. The Dragon's Breath hand crossbow, far less. You've got no idea the person has it until they've used it, and you have no chance to react to it. They just fire it at you, and that's it. You're on fire. Now, same deal with the new changes to incendiary ammos. But the simple fact that you can just fire it at someone's feet, light a team on fire, light a person on fire, and it's a strong fire too. It's a strong burn, not a small one. That is fantastic. You can also use it to light bodies on fire as well if you don't want to go find a lantern or a firebomb. I'm also liking the patch for other reasons, but we'll get to that in a second. But the Dragon's Breath hand crossbow, fantastic addition. I love it so much. I've been running this pretty much all night. Very effective. Really, really enjoying it. Great loadout. 12 out of 10. Would recommend. Do go and use it. Now, outside of that, I'm actually enjoying... I've dropped down to 4 stars now. So are some of my friends. And the reason why is because there's so many more people on Hunt right now. And that is such a good feeling. It's such a good feeling to have so many more people on Hunt right now, and that's because of the fact that this update is really pushing new players. As a result, friends of mine who are both really good, and I'd even consider myself a good player, I'm getting murdered. There's a whole bunch of new players ready to fight, and my old memory doesn't work because new players don't know the game, so they just run at you, and they'll kill you. So I'm actually enjoying the added getting murdered. I'm enjoying having fun again rather than playing in 5- and 6-star sweaty lobbies. So, another big tick. And finally, I suppose the last big thing to talk about, other than the traits and the pacts, which probably deserve their own separate video, is Rotsjaw. Now, Rotsjaw is a female crocodile boss that is on the map. It's... If I can be real or level with you, it's sort of underwhelming. As a boss. It's underwhelming as, when I say boss, in terms of Hunt boss, think, you know, the Butcher, the Assassin, the Spider, Scrapbig. It's underwhelming compared to those. But that would make sense, considering that Rotsjaw is, of course, a mini-boss for Hunt. It's not something we normally have. So, Rotsjaw is interesting, but ultimately underwhelming and a little bit disappointing. I say that primarily because of the fact that the boss is very easy to defeat, in the sense that it is a water crocodile boss that, as long as you see the bubbles, if you just strafe to the side, you will dodge all attacks, and then you can murder it. Now, I understand that this boss is not supposed to be an absolute powerhouse. It's a mini-boss. I get it. Also, I understand that Rotsjaw is supposed to encourage fights outside, to encourage dynamic gameplay where people are engaging in firefights outside of compounds on things that are not just, oh, I found a player, so I'm going to start shooting that player. I like the fact that it's encouraging people to shoot at other people around an objective that can spawn in random places. That is something I do like. But as for the actual fight itself, as in how to beat the boss, sort of underwhelming. Feels a little bit like whack-a-mole, right? It goes under the water, it pops its head up, you bap it on the head a few times until it dies. About 4 talon strikes to the head will kill it. So, yeah. Other than that, though, 1.1.3 or 1.13, whatever you're calling it, 113. is fantastic. Really, really enjoying it. Thunder Shower effect and feature is just beautiful. The new guns are fantastic. The new boss, again, underwhelming, but I love how it brings players together. So ultimately, I would call it a success. Patch 1.13 Tide of Shadows is a massive, massive, massive win for Crytek, both in terms of game development and the ability that it's come out without any bugs. Let's talk about that one, outside of Death Chief, but we're leaving that one alone. Outside of any major bugs or problems or stutters, this wasn't pushed to a test server for us to test it, and when it was, but it wasn't pushed to a test server for us to be the QA. This was actually this wasn't half-baked when it came out. It was fully done, fully completed, and I'm generally very, very happy with it. So those are my short and sharp thoughts on patch 1.13. Why God can my friends not ready up? I probably will have something a little bit more detailed later on about the individual pacts, as in the Grounded Pact, the Primal Pact, and the Smugglers. We can probably definitely talk about that, and the new edition of Burn traits. I think they're pretty cool. All in all, though, pretty happy with it. It's really good. It's been banging. Loving it. 1.13. Get on it. Oh, really quickly. I keep getting people asking. Yes, my skin did receive a name change. I wanted it to be changed. Okay, it used to be the Spring Chicken. It is now the Gallus Arm. The Gallus Arm was the original name that I gave to Crytek when my skin was created. They chose to ignore it in favor of the Spring Chicken. That's okay. No harm, no foul. Major, major props to the lore department for even giving it the name Spring Chicken, because they did not have a lot to work with. As far as I was told, when the Spring Trigger was created, they went to the lore department and said, hey, here's an Australian. He likes chickens. He's a very aggressive player. You have a week. Name it. That's what they came up with. So, mad props to them. But Gallus Arm is a reference to the scientific name for chicken or rooster, which is Gallus domesticus. Well, hence the Gallus Arm. Right? It makes sense. Also, thematically, it's a much more tonally... Yeah, it's a better tonal fit than Spring Chicken. Don't get me wrong, Spring Chicken's light and fluffy. I get it. But Gallus Arm... Yeah, much better fit. Also, yeah. So just, also, I'm not the only person who got their skin renamed. Nino had Tooth and Claw, which is now the Neen Claw. I don't know if you chose that name, Nino, but if you did, yeah, that's definitely yours. No one could mistake that one. Whee! Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed my brief take on 1.13. I'm going to get back to playing it and hopefully die a whole bunch more, because I'm really loving the influx of players. The fact that I'm playing right now at 3:30 a.m. in the morning in Australian time, and I'm able to find games pretty consistently, is just mwah. It's huge. More thoughts to come, as there is a choke beetle now and all that cool stuff. I don't really care for the choke beetle, but I'm naming the choke beetle Dennis. I'm sorry, Dennis, it has to happen, okay? We're naming a beetle after you. It's official. It's happening. Okay? Cool? Good chat. Glad we had it. 1.13. Preliminary thoughts. There you go. Probably something more in-depth coming. Maybe. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. Cool. This is Mariner. It's pretty good, but with vigor. Look at my health. Look at it. I'm a tank. Like, yeah. You can run around with this and live through most body shots. It's very, very quick. I just wanted to make that addendum to it. I'm going to give you some running around ambiance to put my words to. Even better, I don't think it stacks to the regen shot, the shadowy. I don't think it would. I have to get back to work. No worries, Brie. See you later. Red, just here. One. Got two. No longer red. No, still red. I lie.
Left side.
He's hurt.
Heal him.
Oh, crown. Good kill. I'd hit him. Yeah, got the kill. C and K and upper. Nice, nice. Honestly, which gun room didn't burn? Because I honestly don't care about the contraband thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those. How you been? Pretty good, Bob. Been a minute. Good to see you. How you been?
Was there another one? Ah, yeah.
That's three. Yeah.
Hmm.